Guys, just read this article for a moment. A possible tipping point for XRP is revealed by a Ripple executive. Guys, pay attention to this. A well-known cryptocurrency figure on X, Jack the Ripple, recently posted an interview from the Global Islamic Economy Summit in which Dilip Rao, the former global head of infrastructure innovation at Ripple, outlined a vision for XRP that is very different from how it is being used in the market. While ordinary investors looking to make rapid riches frequently drive the Bitcoin market. As for those individuals, well, I kind of disagree because, as of right now, when you see the billions of dollars that are being transacted through cryptocurrency globally, that is not retail. There, we are discussing institutions. On the other hand, a lot of ordinary investors hope to jump into the market fast and make big returns right away. And that's just not how things normally work out. However, pay attention to this. Rao underlined that the real potential of XRP is in its acceptance as a financial asset and bridging tool by sophisticated institutions. This viewpoint represents a sea change in approach that has the potential to drastically alter XRP's place in the economy. Guys, we are currently witnessing everything unfold. When there was an open Eden, Ripple invested in it immediately, issuing tokenized U.S. Treasury bills on the XRP ledger. Naturally, Brazil is also utilizing the XRP ledger to tokenize its treasury bills. And gentlemen, I think the dominoes are almost falling. Rao claims that currently, XRP is traded on between 150 and 200 exchanges globally, with a large portion of this activity being made up of what he refers to as extremely shallow individual trading. Even though this pattern of retail-driven speculation increases liquidity, it frequently causes a sizable amount of market instability. Rao agrees that the noise produced by this type of trade can mask the real worth and possible uses of the item. Retail trade is commonplace and is not exclusive to XRP. Naturally, no. It is a prevalent occurrence in the cryptocurrency space that many investors are driven largely by the possibility of making quick profits, but when it comes to retail, judging from the remarks, consumers are not very patient at all. And let me tell you something, in my opinion, it took me 25, 30, or more years of employment before I could receive a pension from my employer and other benefits. I believe I can stay on for 3, 4, maybe even 5 years to see some really significant improvements. Could you not? You could, I wager. Now pay attention to this. Rao's remarks, however, support the company's stated preference for long-term utility over cyclical price fluctuations, as disclosed by Ripple executives. In the future, according to Rao, XRP will be used for more than just speculative purposes. Instead, it will be essential to institutional financial activities. Our goal is for sophisticated institutions to use XRP as a financial asset and bridging mechanism. For what, guys, are you bridging? Linking for digital currencies issued by central banks. Because, naturally, closed ledger systems come to mind when considering CBDCs. Attempting to transfer Cardano onto the Bitcoin network would be analogous. You're going to lose your assets since it won't go through, am I correct? That is how things would work if you were to trade one closed-circuit CBDC asset for another over here. What more do you require? One bridge asset is required. And what do you know? What is the purpose of Ripple's collaboration with the Bank of International Settlements, the central bank of all central banks? Resolve the conflict between digital currencies issued by central banks. And what's the fix, guys? You guessed it. XRP is it. Now pay attention to this. This change is already in progress. Rao disclosed a notable increase in XRP sales to institutional investors, indicating the increased awareness of XRP's potential among financial institutions, as seen by recent sales trends. The implementation of XRP in institutions may provide a number of benefits. Institutions usually do far higher numbers of transactions. Every day, billions and billions of dollars are discussed in order to improve liquidity and maintain price stability. Involving regulated firms may also result in increased adherence to financial regulations, which would increase credibility and confidence. The Treasury Department has consented to the tokenization of U.S. Treasury banknotes for sale on the XRP ledger. What do you suppose that to be? Lastly, organizations can incorporate XRP into their current financial systems to open up new use cases and spur financial services innovation. Apple's recent adoption of Ripple's technology into their tap-to-pay payment system is one noteworthy example. Rao stated that we would begin to use it for wholesale financial usage as this moves from retail to institutions. That's when things will start to change. We are witnessing something absolutely extraordinary, guys. As we enter this global digital economy, history is actually being made. And trust me when I say this, I think it will cause a major earthquake. The majority of people won't even be prepared for it. Indeed, the majority of individuals are completely unaware of it. However, I think it will be one of the largest wealth transfers in human history for those who are on the right side of history. That's my opinion, really. Listen to this right now, guys. According to a financial analyst, XRP is under tremendous pressure to see a huge price increase. Now, pay attention to this. We get out with Vandel and Verson, as well as our excellent friend Judy, who is also a personal friend of mine. These guys are incredible. Commentator on the financial markets and Black Swan capitalist co-founder Vandel Aljara. By the way, gentlemen, every Monday at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, Edo Farina and I, the Black Swan capitalists, come together to host a live show called The Turning Point. In a recent post on X, Aljara echoed this sentiment and provided 4 more arguments in favor of an optimistic future for XRP. The first thing the market expert stressed was that XRP has really solid fundamentals, and boy does it ever, presumably alluding to its position in the market and usefulness in enabling quick and reasonably priced payment transfers. Indeed, businesses such as Ripple use XRP as a bridge asset to facilitate quick and inexpensive cross-border fund transfers. The Japanese financial company SBI Remit started utilizing XRP a year ago for cross-border transactions involving 4 Asian nations. In a similar vein, XRP is used by Malaysian payment company Triangle for real-time payment transactions. And, folks, are you aware of the volume there? It's on-demand liquidity worth billions of dollars every day. That is total nonsense for everyone who is saying, oh, no one uses XRP. It is actually becoming accustomed to cross-border payments, or remittances, as we speak, and boy is it surpassing many of these different networks and marketplaces worldwide for these cross-border payments. Aljara also cited 2 incredibly powerful technical indicators as additional evidence in favor of his forecast of a massive price surge for XRP. This is a reference to the noticeable symmetrical triangular pattern that has been present in XRP's candlestick forms since the company's most recent all-time high in 2018. According to market observers, a nearly 7-year-long consolidation phase may pave the way for sharp price increases. This idea is frequently supported by the historical upsurge to the all-time high that followed a comparable protracted era of consolidation. And guys, this is something really amazing. This level of agreement between these technical analysis guys is not something we often see. You are literally witnessing one after the other, one after the other, one after the other. You may look at the current state of the market and say, hey, it looks very, very similar to what we saw back there, pointing back to 2017. And if we witness an explosion like that, folks, I promise you it will be something that will blow the minds of most of these doubters. Indeed, I think that. Thirdly, Aljara highlighted the undervaluation of XRP, pointing out that its low price as a result of being oversold creates the foundation for a higher value. At the time this article was written, XRP was trading for 56.95 cents, down more than 18% from the previous year. For the past 3 years, this asset has been trading for less than $1, and let me tell you, that has been a gift to all of the people out there who have been saving, investing, and saving, attaining their accumulation goals. That's how I think, anyway. Which would you prefer, accumulating at $2, $3, $4, $5, or $10, or at less than $1, or even less than 50 cents? I believe we are all aware of the response. Guys, let me tell you something. 13 months later, it really did blow up how Judy and I accomplished our accumulating targets. In that final run, it was incredible. Al-Jarrah's fourth argument in favor of a significant XRP rally is the existence of detractors and skeptics who spread false information about the asset. Ironically, the commentator thinks that XRP's prospects will benefit from these people. This implies that XRP is kept in the public eye by the transmission of false information about it, which might lead to a big change in price. Critics like these could unintentionally influence XRP's price in the future by keeping traders and investors aware of the project. I must say, folks, those are some really great reasons. Verse Van Dal deserves a huge shout out for this, and because we talk about all of this fantastic, amazing stuff, I'll tell you what, you really should think about going out and viewing that show on Mondays. Listen to this one right now, guys. Take a look at the heading. As the remedial phase of the XRP case with SEC approaches, Ripple is confident in a just verdict. We could actually be done with this within the next few weeks. We are getting there, really. Now pay attention to this. Ripple's recent emails expressing confidence in the impending ruling. Ripple has emphasized how confident it is that the SEC lawsuit's remedies phase would end in its favor. This stage is important because it establishes the fines and remedial actions. Following the verdict, Ripple is unwavering in its belief that the ruling declaring XRP to be not a security will stand. In fact, folks, the SEC is not even contesting the decision itself, and at this point, many legal analysts genuinely think Ripple will win this case. The SEC requested, $1.95 billion, and they haven't given up. It has significant effects because, well, almost all of the institutional investors back then have made money. They haven't lost a dime. Guys made this decision, but Ripple came out and said, listen. Okay, if there is any kind of maybe a fair should be around 10 million. I don't think it's going to be 10 million, and I certainly don't think it's going to be like 1.595 billion. I think we could fall into the range of 100 maybe to 150 million, and boy, oh boy, do I think that they'll pay that fee, and off we go, and I think it's going to be all over, guys. Big things are genuinely happening. We could see a big decision in this case. You are literally watching all of the reasons why we've got this pent-up pressure for this to literally explode, and you want to talk about real-world assets being tokenized on XRP ledger if treasury bills don't fit that definition. I don't know what does, because guys, the debt market is the beating heart of all markets, and when you're talking about securities treasuries like that on the XRP ledger tokenized, backed by the Treasury Department of the United States, invested in by Ripple and other countries following suit, I'm telling you, to me this is for absolute rocket fuel, and when they like that spark, I think we are going to take off right through the atmosphere. So guys, something that we've all heard is if you're failing to plan, then you are planning to fail, and that's why it is so vitally important that you get your plan in place and what our coaching program offers. That is where you and I can meet personally one-on-one for 1 hour over Zoom, and during that time I share with you our personal journey in that last bull run and what enabled Judy and I to experience some amazing financial success. I share with you the mistakes we made so that you don't have to fall into the same pitfalls. We take a look at your portfolio and make sure that it's balanced towards your goals, and we work together to develop your exit strategy.